Now he had sex with a 9-year-old child. Yes? No, please, Allah forgive him.
He did it or because he didn't do it?
Because you guys are liars, that's why.
Oh, so he didn't have sex with a 9-year-old child. Did Muhammad have sex with a 9-year-old child?
He had a wife when she was 9 years old.
But he had sex with her.
When did he marry his wife?
At 6.
She was 6 years old child, yes? Did she give consent for that marriage?
Her father did, yes.
No, did she?
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking you, if you enter into marriage, did she give consent?
Yes, with these questions.
Absolutely.
You understand everything. When did the Prophet marry Aisha?
I'm asking you a question.
When did the Prophet...
So you're not going to answer my question.
When he Prophet? When did the Prophet marry her?
Brother, you can't ask a question with a question.
Is it the first year of Hijrah?
Are you embarrassed about this?
I'm not embarrassed about it.
So you follow Muhammad, right?
I'm embarrassed that you're a liar.
So the question is this.
You should go to McDonald's.
That's not the answer.
Did Aisha give him... Did Aisha give consent?
That's not the answer about Muhammad.
You should know.
Big man. Oh, look at that. I didn't even see what you... Oh, sorry. I didn't see that. Yeah, you're good.
You're right.
Yeah. You're back. Yeah. You're out of retirement. So why are you so ashamed to answer this question?
Are you serious?
Yes. Did she give consent?
When you
enter into a marriage, a marriage relationship, okay? You need to be.
I like your hat.
You need to give consent. Thank you. You need to give consent, okay? So I'm asking you. I'm sure you're married, right? You told me you were married one time. So you gave.
I'm divorced.
Did your wife? Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. But your wife gave consent to marry at the time. Yes?
Are you asking personal questions?
No, I'm saying that in any marriage, you need to give consent.
Why are you asking personal
Did
questions?
Aisha give consent?
Yes.
Did Aisha give consent? Okay.
Give a proof. Through her father.
So Aisha gave consent.
Yeah, through her father.
Aisha gave consent to her father.
Her father.
Okay. Let's read it.
Her father gave her consent.
You're saying to me,
I know,
that somebody else can give consent for a 6-year-old child to get married, and you think that's okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Her father.
So did Aisha know that? That she was going to be married to him? Did Aisha? Yes. Sorry.
As soon as she went, she found out.
No. That's what I'm asking you. I'm saying before. Yes, brother. I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying before you enter into marriage. No, she hasn't. He said that the father said. Wait, let go. Don't touch.
Her father. I know he's recording.
No. But you said
her
yes.
father. Yes.
No. You said yes to
Her
Aisha.
father. Yes. That's how in our Islamic marriage.
Well, that wasn't his question.
That's in our marriage. The father. No, I don't change.
What was his question?
What was my question?
Consent of a marriage.
Right. Did Aisha give consent?
He's changing.
Her girl.
Did Aisha give consent? Okay. Don't let him deceive you.
Man, I like these guys.
Yeah.
They're funny. Yeah.
Okay. So the question is very direct. Yes.
Because they start good, then they run away.
Listen, sir.
Especially this
I
guy.
didn't ask if someone. I mean, it's quite embarrassing the fact that you're saying that the father gave consent on her behalf. Okay. It's quite shameful.
Why is it shameful?
Okay,
That's our tradition.
let me explain to you.
But that's our tradition.
Let me explain to you why. When someone enters into a lifetime marriage, a lifetime relationship, commitment, okay? Your commitment, that means you're going to have children.
I know, I understand.
You have all these things, yes?
In the Arab culture,
now,
we look for the
they should be aware of this. Now, I'm asking you this. Before Aisha entered into this marriage, was she given,
You're talking about the marriage itself when the book was written?
No,
or when the wedding happened?
He said yes, though.
No, are you talking about the wedding or are you talking about the marriage?
Brother, did she give consent to enter into a marriage? That's a simple question.
The first man, no.
She never gave consent.
She doesn't need to give
So,
She doesn't.
if somebody doesn't give consent, and someone give
Her
father
father gave it. Her father, go on.
You said yes.
Are you gonna care for Aisha more than her father?
He's like
Wait,
again.
see,
His
whom-
question was, did
I'm
Aisha
saying to
give
you,
consent?
her
You said
father
yes.
gave the consent.
You said yes in the beginning. Aisha given consent. You're on camera.
Yes.
You said yes. Her father is not
Yeah, and
there.
what's her father?
Her father is
And what's
not
her
there.
father? Now you guys, Jesus, you've been preaching all the
Let me-
time, Jesus and Father
let
one.
me tell
Why
you
can't
what-
Aisha and her father be one?
Okay.
Oh, so now,
Why can't they be one?
Now
With
you're
your
changing.
Christian mentality.
Now you're changing
Can
Can you be one?
To suit your
Yeah,
own
yeah, but
debate.
with your Christian mentality, right?
No, but you're
We'll suit it
trying to
according to
suit-
your Christian mentality.
But,
This is the
but you see how
deception.
yeah,
you
this
see,
is the Christian mentality way we
but,
ask.
but you see the problem you
Okay,
have.
what's
here.
the issue now?
The issue is this.
Yeah, what? What do you want to bring out?
The issue is this, yes?
Yeah,
let me read you. Let me read
I know
you
what
my
you're
issue.
quoting.
I'll quote
That I
you.
was young and I didn't know that the Prophet married me. Yeah, I know that.
No, that's not what I'm going to read.
Yes, the hadith. Yes.
That's why you should wait.
Until إلى بيت زوجي. I know it.
That's why you should wait. Hold on. Let me find it and then I'm going to read it to you. Okay. So this is it. Narrated Aisha. The Prophet engaged me when I was a girl of 6 years.
Yeah.
We went to Medina and stayed at the home of Bani al-Harith bin Karzaz. Then I got ill and my hair fell out. Later on, my hair grew again. And my mother, Ruman, came to me while I was playing on a swing. So think about it, it's a little girl playing on the swing, yes?
No,
Okay.
hold on.
Let him finish.
No.
Let him
Why did you
finish.
say little girl? Why did you do
can talk
that?
A 6-year-old, not a little girl. Is a 6-year-old, not a little girl?
No, she's gonna be 9.
She's 6, I just said it, I just read
9-year-old, a
6.
little girl.
Wait, I just read...
No, 6 when the Prophet engaged.
Engaged, I said 6 years.
Okay,
6,
okay.
yes.
Then we went to Medina.
6, wait.
6
wait.
years old. Where
Brother,
was she?
don't interrupt me.
No.
Don't interrupt
6-year-old,
me.
where was she?
Okay.
No, hold on.
How
Where
did-
was she
All
6
right,
years old?
wait.
Don't lie.
Wait.
Where was she when at 6 years old?
I'm reading it for you.
No, where was she? Which city?
I'm reading it for you.
She was in Mecca.
Okay.
At 6.
Brother, I'm going to talk over you. You talk
No,
over
but
me.
don't lie.
Let's
Don't lie.
okay.
Sweet.
I'm reading, yes?
You
little
get
girl.
Christian.
She's a
big
You're good at
woman, yeah?
drama, yeah?
She's a big woman.
You're good
Okay,
drama.
okay. Do you know
Big
what?
woman,
Because you
yeah.
didn't hear
Like
it,
Mary.
I'm going to repeat
12-year-old,
it again.
remember
Okay.
last time, yeah?
So the Prophet
Yeah.
engaged me when I was a girl of 6 years.
Yeah.
We went to Medina and
6 years old
wait,
at Mecca.
wait,
Then we went to Medina. I'm explaining
It
to you,
doesn't
man. Maybe you don't
It doesn't say
understand.
Mecca. Okay, let me finish what I'm
He
saying.
engaged
Let
at
me
6 years
finish.
old.
You know why he's
In
interrupting?
Mecca.
No, I'm gonna
In
talk over him.
Mecca.
We went to Medina and stayed
Yeah,
at
leave
the
it
home
on, leave
of
on.
Bani al-Harith
Harith bin al-Khazraj,
Then I
yeah.
got ill and my hair fell down.
Yes.
Later on, my hair grew again. And my mother, Ruman, came to me while I was playing in a swing with some of my girlfriends. She called me and I went to her, not knowing what she wanted me to do. Unexpectedly, Allah's apostle came to me in the forenoon and my mother handed me over to him. And at that time, I was a girl of 9 years of age. Now, Aisha, no,
What's the
a girl.
Women.
He said at that time, you remember you said at that
9-year-old,
time,
yeah.
I was a girl of
9-year-old,
9
yeah.
years of age, yes? So, explicitly stating,
Not a child.
not a woman, it was a girl. That's what it says here, yes? Right, because earlier when you said there's not a girl. So now question is this.
No, I didn't say she's
So
not
my
a girl.
question, no, let's go
she's
back to
always
it.
a girl.
You said
Whether
a woman
she's
anyway.
3 or
Okay.
7 or 10
So
or
my question
whatever.
is this. She did not know. She came to, she said, it says here, unexpectedly. Just this camera behind you.
It's okay. Don't worry.
He said not knowing what she wanted me.
what's the problem now?
Unexpectedly.
What's the problem now?
What I'm saying to you is that she did not know she was going to marry
We don't have a problem.
Muhammad.
A problem. I'm about to marry.
But she was put into a marriage, and essentially, when you know the law of this land, right? You know what the law is, yes? If you don't give consent, any law.
No, not any law.
If you
Not
okay,
any law. In Arab
okay.
law, the Islamic law, you don't have to
So that's why I say the morality of Muhammad is filthy.
No, it's not filthy.
Because you can go and enter a marriage.
Hold on.
You can
Wait.
you can
Give
go
me
and
that in
penetrate a
Christianity.
child.
Give me Jesus.
You can penetrate a
Okay,
young
no,
child.
No, not penetrate a young child.
Yeah,
Don't
six.
lie.
Just six
Don't
was
lie.
9.
Don't lie. It says
She
it
had
now.
6 when she was
Why
9
do
years
Christians-
old.
That's the problem. How you change your Bible.
And this
you
is
keep
what
changing
happens.
word by word.
She never
word by
gave
word.
consent.
Word by word. A girl is not a child.
Is that the answer?
A girl is not a child.
Is she a
When
girl?
Mary gave birth to
girl's
your
not a
blood,
child.
was she a girl?
Is
she a girl?
Did you say
Was
girl's
she
not
a
a child?
girl?
Did you say a
Yeah.
girl's not a child? So what is a child and what is a girl?
There's a difference between child and
Give
adulthood.
us a
girl-
distinction. Give us the difference between a girl and a
No,
child.
she should be a young girl. From
Baba,
so
I didn't tell you to repeat the word.
word.
I said, what is the difference between a girl and a child?
A child is someone under puberty.
A child is under puberty, okay? And what is a girl?
Girl could be under and above.
Under and
Is she a
above.
girl or no? Is she a girl or
She's a
no?
woman.
She's a lady. She's a woman.
Is she a girl or
Yes,
boy?
No,
she's a lady.
If I ask
She's a
you, is she a
woman.
girl or boy?
You don't ask that
No,
question.
is she a girl or
Your
boy?
question is wrong.
Is it female or male?
Female or
Woman
male,
or man?
yes. Female
These
or
are
man.
opposites.
Female or
These
male?
are opposites.
Women or man?
This is
Girl
so
or
embarrassing.
boy?
Girl. You don't
Girl
say
or
girl.
Okay.
So
Try to justify Muhammad
having
with this mad mentality.
okay, now you're talking about 9 years old. Okay.
Don't justify
Give me your
Muhammad.
Jesus
don't
mentality.
justify
What age can you marry?
having sex
Yes,
with
Why
a 9-year-old
no,
child.
we don't have a problem with that.
Yes, but you're
No, we didn't have a
justifying
child.
that Muhammad
We
did
didn't have a
not get
child.
consent.
We did say
he
child.
went into this woman,
We did say child.
this little girl,
The
sorry,
father gave the
and had
consent.
sex with a child
Her
without
father
getting
gave
her
the
consent.
Her
She-
father gave the consent.
No, Muhammad had sex with a tiny child.
No, tiny
without-
child.
She was
don't lie.
tiny. She was
Why
a
are you
9-year-old
doing
girl.
this? Why are you doing this?
How tall is the girl? How tall is the 9-year-old?
How tall is a 9-year-old? You can have some 9-year-old.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you.
You can have
She was a
9-year-old this
little-
tall.
she was a little
You can have
girl.
9-year-old this tall.
She was a little
Don't lie.
girl.
Last time she said if she has
Justify.
breasts, you can marry her off.
Don't justify.
At 12.
Don't just.
You will justify.
Wait.
What?
Am I right to express?
We
It
told you you
doesn't
can't
matter.
preach according to Paul.
It
You
doesn't
should shut up
matter
according to Paul
how
said.
tall you are or how short you are for able to make a babies. Or it doesn't matter how tall or how short you are
Yeah.
to able to have a sex. That's not the context. The question my brother is asking to you is, when Muhammad had a sex with a child,
Not a child, don't lie.
It's a girl.
Don't lie.
Child.
No, don't lie.
She was
No, don't
playing
lie. It wasn't a
with the
child.
dolls.
Don't lie.
She was
See, that's the problem.
playing
Why your
with
Bible
the
keeps on changing?
dolls.
Why does your
Why are you
Bible
gonna
keep changing?
Why did this?
Look now, you read girl, you changed it to child, he changed it to child. So how many Jesus words have you changed?
Would you have sex with a child? Would you have sex with a little girl? With a 9-year-old child? Would you have sex with a 9-year-old girl?
She's fit enough.
You would have sex with a 9-year-old
At
girl.
that time. At that
Would you-
time. At that time.
Listen,
No, at that time.
This is an honest
At that
Muslim.
time, yes.
He said you have sex
At that time,
with
yeah.
a 9-year-old girl.
At that time.
This is the filth
At that time.
and
At that time.
the darkness of Islam.
Mary was
Has
12 years
penetrated his
old when she
brain.
gave birth to
Irrelevant
Jesus.
now.
Mary was 12 years old.
We'll get
Yes.
there.
Yeah?
We'll get there.
Mary was 12. Yes, she was.
Parents out
According
there.
to your Catholic
Mothers,
church,
fathers,
Catholic church,
do not allow
she
this
was
man
12.
near your child.
12.
Parents,
12.
keep this guy away from your child.
Okay.
He's just admitted
Okay.
that he would
Okay.
have sex
How?
with a 9-year-old
No, I didn't say that. I
child.
didn't say that. No, no.
Yes, you did say
At
that.
that time.
Yes, at that time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we're saying. So this guy
Yeah,
is
that
a
time.
keep your children away
a
from him
9-year-old,
because
a 9-year-old that time was not a child.
your face.
So can you
It wasn't
show
a
us?
child.
Can you show us she
She was a
reached
girl.
puberty?
She was a
Let's be
girl.
honest.
Can you
She
show
was
us
a
she
girl.
reached
Just shut up,
puberty?
shut up.
She didn't
There's
reach
no-
Did she reach puberty?
One second.
Had she reached
One
puberty?
second.
No. Had she reached
One
puberty?
second.
You're not
One
being
second.
consistent.
Had she
One
reached
second.
puberty?
1 second. Tell me now, according to Christianity,
No. Had she reached puberty?
according to Christianity,
Your
what
definition.
age?
Your
Christianity,
definition.
what
Right,
age?
his definition.
So you
is
guys
that
run away all
when
the time.
when a child has reached puberty, okay, or when a girl has reached puberty,
Yeah.
then she's
Ready.
old enough to get married.
Yeah.
Let's read if Aisha reached puberty. Yes, we got that, or shall I find out? We'll see if Aisha
no,
reached
let's
puberty.
answer Christianity.
No,
Why do
don't
Christians
run.
run away from
don't
the
run.
answer?
Don't run.
You're Mary, your God, she gave good birth to your God at 12.
Can we read it for you?
Yeah?
This is-
You have
you
no
read it,
issue
go
with
read
that.
it.
Playing
You
with
have no
those
issue
Okay,
with
read
that.
it, read it, read it.
similar images
Yes.
is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time, as she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of
Puberty. Wait. She was a little what? She was a little what?
Tabari, page 143, volume 3,
Right.
Sahih Bukhari, volume 8,
What did he say? I used to
book
play with the dolls
73,
in the prison.
number
Can I read it once
151.
again?
Wait, hold on. He said that kept
One second.
mentioning little, right?
And my
But it says
girlfriend also
little
used to
girl
play
as well, right there, yeah?
It says here,
It says little
was a
girl.
little girl,
Little girl.
not yet reached
Little.
the age of
Is that big?
puberty.
Is that big
That's
girl?
in Bukhari?
Or little girl?
That's in Bukhari and Fatabari.
That's what I said to you.
One second.
That's why I said to you,
What's your
she was
Do you have
not
Tabari too?
old enough to get
You have the
married.
narration of Tabari?
Do you have
You have the
Fatabari?
narration of Tabari?
I'm giving you the
I have the
reference.
Bukhari narration.
I'm giving you the reference.
No, give me the narration. Don't give me the reference.
We've given you the
Narrated
reference.
Aisha.
No, what's the chain between Tabari and Aisha?
Baba, don't change it. Find it.
Do you know you don't know the
or just
narration
admit
thing?
that
You're
it's in
running
there.
away.
No, we're not running away.
You're finding
That's why I'm quoting.
exits.
Look, why I quote you Bukhari? Because Bukhari is a
You
straight
can't go there.
direction.
You can't go there. It's
It's a
blocked.
straight direction. You know that
No
it's played
exits.
with.
No
You know
exits.
it's played with.
So
are-
so
you know
find
it's
it. So
David.
find it. So find it.
Okay.
Answer the
So
question.
So now he's denying his own hadiths. We don't write Quran, we don't write hadiths. Yes? We don't have time for that. We don't have enough time in the day. Yes? Okay? You're denying what your
you're
own
played with your own God.
sources,
What do you mean you
what your
played?
own authentic sources are saying about this little girl.
God.
Hold on. This little girl. That's what you're not only denying it, but you're throwing it under a bus. This is very shameful and very embarrassing for you, and this is why you're trying to deviate and trying to. Okay, if you got Sahih Bukhari, yeah, read it. It's right there.
And take Fatah Bari as well.
Yes, and take more
Both
of them.
of
What are
Okay.
you preaching about what?
Look, there's no that I haven't reached puberty there.
Can you read it, please?
It's in Arabic. It's in Arabic.
Okay. Get
Which word does it say in
Get
Arabic?
Translated.
Fatah Bari and
Which-
Sahih al-Bukhari out. Get
Okay,
Fatah
this is Fath
Bari,
al-Bari.
page 143, volume 13. That's Fatah Bari, and Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 8, book 73, number 151. I'm giving a reference. So if you say it's not there, then your reference has a problem.
No, it's not a problem.
You see the problem you have.
I'll give you more.
So far we've established Aisha was a girl.
This is Fath al-Bari.
So far we've established Aisha had not reached puberty. So far we've established Aisha had not reached the age, had not given consent to Muhammad. So you have this 54-year-old man who comes in, he has sex with a child who's not given consent to him.
Don't lie, not child.
And
not a child.
this is the moral,
Not a child.
the moral role model
not
for
there.
Muslims today.
It's not in Fath
This
al-Bari.
guy has confirmed that he himself would have sex with that child. This is
This is
embarrassing.
Fath al-Bari, so you
What
don't lie,
reference
yeah?
did you go to?
Fath al-Bari, Sahih al-Bukhari.
What reference did you go
The
to?
hadith, the same hadith.
What reference did
The
you go to?
same hadith.
Number. Show me the number.
Show me the number.
143, volume 13.
Do you know what Fath al-Bari is, by the way? No, let me explain to you something. Fath al-Bari.
Find
I
it,
don't
find
need the
it.
explanation about Fatah Bari.
If you don't
I
know,
am giving the numbering.
it's not by numbering. It's not by numbering.
What you're trying to do?
Al-Bari
He's
is
trying
an
to stall for time.
No,
He's trying to stall for
I want
time.
to teach you Christians something.
Because he doesn't
Let
know.
me teach you Christians something.
He doesn't know where to find it.
No.
And number two,
Okay,
he
what's
can't
Fath
answer the
al-Bari?
question.
What's Fath al-Bari?
So,
what's Fath al-Bari?
Are you going to
guys
accept
listen to your
that you
father
can't answer
at the church? Whatever bullshit comes in, and you come and
Look at your mouth. Look at your mouth.
That's what it is.
Not vulgar mouth.
No, that's what it is.
Oh,
You
come
guys
on,
keep
yo.
lying.
This is why Islam.
You know what the
This is why
Fath al-Bari
Islam's a
is an
no-no.
explanation of
Okay,
Sahih
okay,
al-Bukhari.
vulgar
Now
mouth.
tell me.
Fath
Who
al-Bari.
created God? You believe in
No.
God? No, after
No, okay, sir. How old are you, sir? How old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 60.
You're 60. Now think
Tell
about
me.
it. Because the
Do you
question
believe in God?
hold on. Let's talk about the subject.
Before, one
yeah?
second.
You're a 60-year-old
Fath
man.
al-Bari is
Yes.
not there, so
You
you're
have
lying.
grandchildren. You have grandchildren.
So he's lying.
You have
It wasn't
any
in Fath
grandchildren
al-Bari,
at
and it wasn't Sahih
Yes.
al-Bukhari.
Yes.
You
Oh,
made
now,
it up.
imagine
Go ask the
a
preacher
man
which
your
preacher
age
gave you that. Go and ask the preacher
come
which
to take your child, okay,
to the number.
from
I
you
went to Fath al-Bari, it's
and
not
have
there.
What number did you go?
marry that
Fath
child
al-Bari
and
under
have
the same
sex with her.
hadith.
Would you allow
Yes.
that?
What number did you go to?
That's what
Would
I'm
you
trying to explain to
allow for your
Fath al-Bari is an
9-year-old
explanation of
granddaughter?
Sahih al-Bukhari.
I'm not a Muslim.
So it's under the
You're
same
not
reference.
Muslim.
I'm not
Okay.
Muslim.
We're talking to Muslims. We're asking
I
about.
want you both to
Which
tell
which
me.
chapter is it?
You believe
We will get
something
we'll,
about
Which chapter?
we'll get to that in a minute, but we
Which
want to just
chapter?
deal with this first.
Which chapter?
You've got to deal with
chapter?
one thing at a time.
Fatah Bari, page 143,
Under what hadith? Under what
volume
hadith?
13.
Under what hadith?
Look at it.
No, you tell me under what
You
hadith.
read it. You read it. You read it.
You know what
You
the
read
Muslims do? They like the
Okay,
Pharisees.
let me explain to you something to benefit you. No, let me explain something. Fath al-Bari is an explanation of Sahih al-Bukhari.
Okay.
So that he brings the
my
hadith
friend.
which you quoted, then he brings the explanation. This is the hadith, this is the explanation of Fath al-Bari. You see? This is it in Arabic. Fath al-Bari,
Did you read it?
Sharh Sahih al-Bukhari.
Did you read it?
Have you read Sahih Bukhari?
Did you read what you just
Fath
told?
al-Bari is
Have
an
you read
explanation.
it?
Yes.
Did you read this?
This is
you didn't read it
Bukhari.
all.
He
This
didn't
is
read
so long, and you said you read it.
Yes, I've read
So you're deceiving us.
I just read it.
You're lying. So you're lying.
Can you translate it? What does it say?
All of it. Okay.
You said you read
Okay,
it.
I'll
right?
read it.
Yeah, go
Okay, this is the hadith of the Bukhari.
Translate
Okay?
it.
Translate it to
Okay.
us.
And translate
But
Fatah
look, by
Bari
the
as well.
way, so you can see similar.
But remember,
تزوجني النبي
if
صلى الله عليه وسلم
if he's lying,
He's gonna lie.
he's
We
going to
know
expose.
that.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
know.
I'm gonna
You're
see.
deceiving a liar.
باب تزويج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عائشة. The door, the chapter where the Prophet married Aisha. قولها وقدومها إلى المدينة أي بعد الهجرة. After going to Medina, after they made hijrah from Mecca. وبناء بها أي بالمدينة. He went into her in Medina. وكان دخولها عليه في شوال من السنة الأولى. And the day he married her was in Shawwal, the first year of Hijrah. وقيل من الثاني, and he said second year of Hijrah. وقد تعقب قوله بنى بها اعتمادا على القول. Do you want me to explain all this?
Oh, I haven't been for a while.
I read it all.
Actually, I went 2 weeks ago.
Age of puberty. She didn't reach it.
It
Come on,
reaches
read
here.
it.
It doesn't go for puberty. Where's the puberty?
Why don't you just keep reading?
Here. Okay.
No. Where you just stopped. From where you just stopped, keep reading.
He stopped conveniently.
He's stopping because he's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed about the
Keep
situation.
reading
no.
and translate.
She did not reach puberty.
Yes, you are.
She did not reach puberty.
Okay, what's
just
open for
opened it.
No, open in
I'm
English.
not gonna open it.
Open in English.
Why?
Open in English.
For what reason?
Open in English and read
I
it.
didn't say him.
Let's see if you're
I
teaching.
just did.
Okay, open it
I
in
just
English.
did.
No, open Fath al-Bari.
playing
Open
with
Fath al-Bari
those.
book.
My friend.
Open
Was
Fath
not
al-Bari book.
allowed.
Listen,
Open Fath al-Bari
Aisha
book.
did not reach puberty.
Open Fath al-Bari.
Did it?
So
It
you
don't
guys
matter
are
what you
lying.
say.
He put his
So
phone
you guys
back
are
in.
like, yeah, put my phone back in.
Embarrassed.
Because he's
He
the one
hasn't
who's
even
bringing the
read it
reference.
properly.
Yeah.
You're the one.
He
You
read
can
a
bring the
quarter.
reference.
Yeah.
He read a quarter of a Tabari,
Yeah.
and he didn't finish it. He's like,
Fath
oh,
al-Bari,
why am I going to read it?
So why are you so ashamed of your prophet?
I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, but why can't you read it out? Why can't you read it out?
You give
No,
me
you
now.
did. You
You're
read-
saying
you read
that
a
I'm lying.
snippet.
I'm
You read a
cutting
snippet.
Put
it.
it back in his
Bring Tabari out. Bring the Fath al-Bari out.
Bro,
I just gave it
why
to
don't you leave
Okay, so
this shameful
let me
and
answer
embarrassing
your
religion?
And a few sentences
Yes.
from their father.
You're Muslim, sir.
He's a Muslim, yeah. Ask me
Help them out.
But what I would say is that I'm not an expert, but what,
No, they need your
bear
help.
one thing in mind. If
They
anything
need your help.
contradicts the Quran, you've got to throw it out. Yeah? Now, if there's any hadith saying Aisha was not at the age of puberty or whatever, throw it out. It's,
the Quran-
The Quran doesn't say that.
The Quran agrees with you marrying little children. That haven't reached puberty.
It does.
no. They
Shall I
have,
show
Surah
you?
65
Shall I show
they
you?
have to reach puberty.
Shall I show you then?
Okay, show me your way.
I'll
Yeah.
find out exactly the verse and everything.
So you see, the Quran actually
basically-
affirms Sahih Bukhari.
So basically, you're saying the Quran says that you can marry
No,
girls. that
there was
are
three
not-
things. There was three things I was asking.
Children.
Just because I knew you just came in. There's three things I was asking. I was asking first of all, did Muhammad, first of all, marry?
Give consent.
So first of all, did Muhammad marry or have sex with a 9-year-old child? Did she give? Hold on one second. Did she give consent before she went into marriage? And the third thing we're just asking this now as well is what was the hadith you just read out?
Sahih al-Bukhari and Fath al-Bari that she was.
Yeah, did she reach
She didn't reach
puberty?
puberty.
Did she reach puberty?
Listen, it's going.
So because what it is, these Muslims always have like an excuse for this. So they either say, oh well, you know what, the hadith is not authentic, or they'll say, oh no, she was actually a different age, or oh no, you know, she actually a child, you know, as long as a person reaches puberty, then you know she can get married. Oh no, you know, they'll have one excuse after the other. So we deal with each of these issues, and then they just run off like this guy. So
Right.
No,
So,
yeah.
so basically, you're saying we can argue one point at a time,
Sure.
innit? Like, I will
did Aisha give consent to marry
to marry.
to enter into marriage with
I'm sure she must have. Yeah.
There's no evidence of that.
There's no evidence in that. In
Is there
fact,
any evidence against it?
yes.
though?
Let me read it for you. I'll read it for
So,
you.
where does it say that she
I'm
did not give
gonna read it for you again. So I'll read the so it says Sahih Bukhari 558-234 and also Sahih Muslim, it says this 833093310. Yes, it says this. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet engaged me when I was a girl of 6 years. We went to Medina and stayed at the home of Bani al-Harith bin Kaja. Then I got ill and my hair fell down. Later on, my hair grew again, and my mother, Ruman, came to me while I was playing in a swing with some of my girlfriends. She called me, and I went to her, not knowing what she wanted to do to me. So, her mom has called her. Her name is Rumun, has called Aisha. She's out there playing on the swings. Called her into the room. She said, "What does my mom want of me?" Then this is what she says. She wanted to. She said unexpectedly. So she didn't expect this. Unexpectedly, Allah's apostle came to me in the forenoon, and my mother handed me over to him. And at that time, I was a girl of 9 years of age.
She didn't know.
So now she didn't know. She's living with her mom, but now she's given over to Muhammad in marriage. And so what I'm saying to you is that Aisha didn't give consent. In today's, in anyone's mind, in any moral, ethical person's mind, yes, if anybody does not give consent, sexual consent, okay, to someone else, yes, it's called rape. Yes? And so, you know, and that's what we're kind of dealing with right now.
There's a lot of hadith out there that are not authentic. Yeah, there's a lot of hadith that are not authentic. Now you need to know which ones are authentic. Which ones are not.
Sahih Bukhari,
It
Sahih
doesn't matter.
Muslim.
If it contradicts the Quran,
It doesn't contradict the Quran.
It does.
Okay, the
because
Quran.
Does the Quran say that she was?
little children? Can I show you that?
You know, in the Quran, you're only allowed to marry once. I don't know the exact word, but you know, like the field is ready to plough in terms of they've reached the age of puberty. Yeah, I can get you the exact verse. If that is not the case,
Let's read that Surah 65.
Okay, so let's read.
Okay, let's read what the Quran says.
No, I said.
Let's read what the Quran says, because you're saying this contradicts the Quran. The Quran does not say. The Quran does not say. The Quran does not say Aisha. Speak about Aisha giving consent, right? It doesn't say that. So that doesn't doesn't contradict the Quran.
If-
The Quran does not say that Aisha hadn't reached puberty.
Okay, can I say?
Okay,
can
so
I-
what I'm saying to you is that it doesn't contradict the Quran. It's an
Can I just
addition
say,
to the Quran.
If someone marries in Islam without someone's consent, yeah, that is haram. That is not permissible.
Have you read the
She
Quran?
would have had to give her consent.
think you read the
And
Quran.
she did give her consent. If she did not,
Can you
give
show
her
me what she
consent-
did?
If
Can you
she
show
did
me
not-
what she did?
If she did not give her consent, it would be the marriage would be void.
The only thing I
Right.
would say,
So was the
could
marriage
somebody
void?
at that age truly give
This
consent?
is, you've just
That
come
makes no
in.
sense to me.
You just come in.
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned
Oh, did
earlier
you?
on.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's okay.
That's a good
I
question.
mentioned earlier on that that particular age mentioned, a lot of Muslims don't agree with that. A lot of people
So you
say
disagree
she
with
was
Muhammad
over
then?
18, yeah. A lot of people say she was well over 18, yeah. And
There's no proof of that.
Okay.
there is,
what
there
I'll
is.
say is this.
Can
I'll
read the
say,
Quran.
let's read the Quran and see what the Quran says.
On the other hand, you
The
see
Quran,
people
the
die
Quran,
when
the
they're
Quran
30.
allows you to divorce little children.
Pardon?
The Quran allows you to divorce little children. Here's what the Quran says.
Yeah, go on, just read it.
No, but I'm pretty sure.
Let me read it for you.
And
No, brother. Let me read this for you, and then you can read the ayah for me.
The age
Do you want to come in a bit? Do you want to come in here?
is adultery.
Try and keep to the subject step by step.
So you ready, yeah?
Okay, just read. Let's read. We're gonna read the Quran. Let's read the
I'm gonna read what the
Quran. Read
Quran
the Quran. Read the
And
Quran.
then I'll read Tafsir Ibn Abbas.
Yes.
for you, yeah?
Okay. So we're gonna read the Quran and we're gonna read the
Can I just say,
Tafsir. Hold on, just 1 minute, brother.
I know
Let's
you,
read the Quran.
I know you kind of, this is one of your points that you like to argue, and I've actually seen some of your debates before, and this topic, people like, I think it was Mohammed Hijab,
Mohammed, I've never talked to Mohammed
there
about
was a
Aisha.
few other people, and I can't think off the top of my head, but they've
I've
all
never.
explained to you thoroughly in great detail.
So why don't you-
Why don't you repeat what they
Yeah,
said?
repeat what they said.
If you keep coming at just one thing at a time, I will, yeah? They explain to you time and time again.
Give
I
us
do
one
like
instance.
you, I do like
Give us
you,
one
but-
instance. That's happened. One
Yeah,
instance,
okay,
one time.
I'll get him
So you
now
don't have
for
that.
you.
So
I'll
that's
bring him now for
that's
you.
yeah. Bring Muhammad
Yeah.
Jab. But first of all, deal with the Quran. Go read the Quran. Let's read the Quran.
Yeah.
So this is what it says.
So this
Let's do the
point,
Quran.
this point has been.
Are you scared of the Quran?
Why are you afraid
I'm
to read the
not
Quran?
running anywhere. I'm still here. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is this point has been dealt with numerous times.
No, it hasn't.
Give us
You're a
one
nice
instance.
guy, yeah?
I saw you. You're a nice guy. But what right now?
haven't been so
No,
satisfactory.
no. It's satisfactory. The claim has not been dealt with.
I've already said it in the Quran. It says if you have not reached the age of puberty, simply you can't marry the person.
Okay, let's hold on, guys, 1 minute. Let's put it to bed. Let's read the Quran. Let's put it to bed. Forget hearsay. Forget opinions. Read the Quran and read the tafsir. Read the Quran
Read the Quran.
and read the tafsir.
I don't want you to interrupt.
Don't interrupt.
I want to read the Quran and the Tafsir of Ibn
Yes,
Abbas.
okay.
Listen, yeah?
Read the Quran.
As for those of your
ayah?
wives,
Which ayah?
you're still interrupting.
No, tell me.
Surah 65 verse 4. And I'm going to read the Tafsir for you. As for those of your
It's
wives,
not my first language, but I will find out for you. Yeah?
Just let him read it. No
Sorry.
interrupting.
you're right. As for those of your wives who do not hope to have menses, should you have any doubts, their term shall be 3 months. And for those who have not yet had menses, two group of people: the ones who don't have it anymore because they're old, and the ones who are not yet having their menstruation. Yeah. Explanation, Tafsir of Ibn Abbas. As for such women as despair of menstruation because of old age, if you doubt their waiting period, which is Ida, their period of waiting shall be 3 months. Upon which another man asked, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? Along those who have not. And what did he say? Because of young age, their waiting period is 1 month. So you have already married these little children. Their waiting period, their Ida, is 3 months before they get divorced.
Okay, can I answer?
I can't catch
Because they're too young.
No, it's not, because the thing is, That's
So
not
do you
talking
see what I'm
about-
saying?
That's not talking about consummating the actual marriage.
They're already
yeah?
married though.
So
They're already married.
no,
This is
they're
already
not.
married.
They're not. You got something on your nose.
Yeah.
So basically, this point has been discussed quite a few times, and I know you like
Brother,
discussing it.
it's not
not clear
brother,
cut.
you know, I respect. I got a
Get
good
straight
level
to
of
the
respect for
point
you, yes.
and answer the question.
Please don't waffle, yes. You can say it for a million times, someone's answered it, but unless you're able to repeat their answer, or unless you'll be able to deal with your the hadith you've read or the Quran, it means nothing. So deal with the tafsir and deal with the Quran and deal with the hadith.
Look,
Yes?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, yeah? My Arabic is not my first language,
Fair enough.
okay?
So you don't know.
Hold on. But one thing I will clarify with you is, to the best of my knowledge, you can't. The Prophet did not marry Aisha at that age, okay? And a lot so many
assumption.
times, but
There's no facts. There's no substantial evidence.
There is.
All you do is just say things.
Because
So hold on, think about what's happened so far.
It does say you can marry someone when they have reached the age of puberty.
They're too young.
No, this
They haven't menstruated.
So,
Surah 65.
so hold on. Let's clarify what's happened. We've given you hadith. We've given you tafsir. We've given you the Quran. What have you given us? There we go. And what I'm saying to you is you're just speaking words,
told
but you've got no evidence. That's the problem with
What's the
Muslims.
name of this chapter that you're quoting from?
Divorce.
That's the problem.
Okay, go on. What is your answer?
I'm reading the same verse as you are.
Yeah, go on.
And the reason why it talks about women who are pregnant, because some women, some women are clearly pregnant. So when there's a divorce, they know the child is there. Some women have been late, and some people have late menstruation. So you have to wait until absolutely clear that they're not pregnant. So when they get married to somebody else later on, they know who
That's
the
not what the
father is.
Quran and the tafsir say.
Let me respond. Let me respond again. Let's look at what the scholar says. Let's look at what the
Tafsir
scholar
is
says.
clear. It says,
Yeah.
what about those who have not menstruated because they are too young?
Too young.
Don't you understand what your tafsir
Do you understand what that means? You have children, yes?
I'll answer you.
Do you know that you have children?
I will answer you.
Yeah, but you have
too young.
Yeah, they're too young before they have
They're too young.
No, when somebody says I'm too young, what does it mean? In terms of numbers, quantify.
When they say I'm too young in menstruation, then they have a rich puberty. That's what it means.
They have a repuberty.
No.
We're talking about in the context of menstruation.
If they did not menstruate,
haven't
they don't get
menstruated.
married. They will not be married.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Islam allows for you to marry little children.
Little children. That's why Muhammad married a 6-year-old child. That's why Muhammad married a 6-year-old child. So you're saying Muhammad was wrong for marrying a 6-year-old child?
You're picking on me because I don't really know much about
You
it.
came to me, brother. You came to me. Yeah, exactly. So don't say I'm picking on you. You approached me. So the thing is this: Muhammad himself had sex with a 6-year-old child. So for you to say that, he had sex with a 9-year-old, but he married a 6-year-old. He married a 6-year-old child. So what Muhammad is doing is affirming what this what the Quran says. And so, if you're going to go against the Quran, you're going against Muhammad. If you go against the Hadith, you're going against Muhammad. If you go against Tafsir, you're going against the scholars. You have a problem.
Confirms this as well.
Ali Dawah confirmed this.
He's right there.
Yeah, Shamsi. He said, he said he will have sex with a 9-year-old child. Yes. So you have you have your scholars saying it. You have your Muslim Dawah experts saying it. You have your Quran saying it. You have your Hadith saying it. What more proof do you want?
I'll show you.
What is it? So you went to Wikipedia.
You went to Wikipedia. Okay.
This is a list of recent young mothers, not even 100 years old, yeah? That's a list of recent history. List of youngest birth mothers, age 5, age 6, age 8, age 9.
That's not answering the question. Okay. They're too young to hit puberty. They're too young to hit puberty. It says here, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they're too young? Tafsir ibn Abbas, the first cousin of Muhammad. This is the tafsir of 65 verse 4. What did he say? Their waiting period is 3 months. He didn't say, no. They're not supposed to be married. Muhammad didn't say it. He said their waiting period is 3 months. he's already allowed marriage to little kids.
No, he didn't allow. In Islam, he's not allowed to marry little kids.
I would appreciate Arabic is
Tell us
I go
how-
against the Ibn Abbas and I'll go against the Quran. Don't
It's
say
like
you
me
didn't
going
allow.
up to somebody who's just
But
joined
they're always
their
running away.
church.
Go and get Shamsi, go and get.
Don't get anybody.
Yes.
Okay,
So let me
right.
put this point. No. Let me put this
fighting
point
their own
to you.
sources.
Are you saying that Allah can only work in one language?
No, of course not.
So do you not think an English translation or any other language translation of Arabic
I don't
is
think he's
okay?
accurately
Is
reading a
okay?
translation.
And don't forget.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me explain the.
True,
Yeah, go
but
on.
it can also be accurate.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we're talking about very scholarly linguists that these translations are coming from. We're not talking about any translation. We're talking about reputable.
Godwin, you've got it wrong on an epic
Tafsir Ibn
scale,
Abbas.
that's all I can
So,
say.
I can't get better than that.
So can you see what we're trying to point out is, as men, some of us have children. Hold on one second. Some of us have children, okay? And for us to see someone else, especially an elderly person, especially someone, I mean, regardless of even if they're elderly, even if a 25-year-old comes and wants to marry our 6-year-old child, it will be, hold on, it will be repulsive. You would feel like vomiting. You feel it's disgusting, despicable. You probably wanted to get physical with a person, right? If you be honest, yes? And what we're saying, we're pointing out the perversion in Muhammad's mind. Let me just read you how perverted Muhammad. Let me explain to you. He's perverted. Let me explain why. Let me explain why he's perverted. Can I explain why Muhammad is very
You've been going on
perverted?
about it for a while. Can I
Because
ask you a
Muhammad
question?
even looked at little babies and wanted to marry them. I wasn't thinking about marrying them.
Why is it
He
that
looked at little babies.
Can I ask you a
Let me
question?
read it. Let me read it
Can I
first.
ask
Let
you
me
a
read it.
question?
Let me read this
Can I
first.
ask you a question?
Yeah. Let me
You've
get
been
it.
reading for a while now. Why is it?
No,
Hold on. We're giving you evidence.
You're giving us your own opinion.
Why don't you propagate Christianity?
Okay,
rather
Ibn
than
Ishaq.
always going after Islam?
Ibn,
We do.
hold on.
Do you find
Islam
Islam
needs
as
to
the
die.
biggest threat?
Oh, okay.
Islam
It's
needs
not
to
going
die.
to.
No, it's a bit of a
It will
joke.
die. It will die.
Okay, guys, let's listen to Muhammad. Let's no, okay. We're not attacking Islam. We're going to read it. Ibn Ishaq, the life of Muhammad, page 311. When she was a baby crawling before him, and said, so he's looking at the baby crawling before him and said, if she grows up and I'm still alive, I'll marry her. So he's looking at a baby and he's really got his eyes on her. He's lusting over a baby growing up. Musnad Ahmed 25636. Muhammad
You are saying
Habiba, the daughter of Abbas, while she was Fatim, age of nursing.
I mean, they just like.
And he said, if she grows up while I'm still alive, I will marry her. He's looking at a baby. Can I ask you something?
Very easy answer.
Sir, can I ask you something? Sir, my brother.
do as well.
Brother, hold on. Brother, can I ask you a question?
Find Islam to be the biggest threat.
Okay, he doesn't want to answer. Can I ask you a question?
Why?
If you saw a little baby crawling on the floor, on the ground,
No one
yes?
here is taking the.
Would you look at her and say, well, would you not?
So when we talk to
Because you, how old are you?
When we talk to
if you don't mind me
Muslims
asking.
about
You're 54.
all they
Ah,
come
here you go. Muhammad's age. Yes, no. So imagine looking at a little baby
misrepresented.
and saying, you know what?
So we do go through.
Just even to have the mindset to say, when that baby grows up, I will marry her.
Conversation with you about it. Then what happens?
That's what he just says.
Is that the
That baby,
old-
shall I read it again for you? Shall I read it for you? I'll read it for you again. When she was a baby crawling before him and said, if she grows up and I'm still alive, I will marry her. So in other words, he was such an old man, he realized he was such an old man. No, it's not Hadith, it's Ibn Ishaq. It's Ibn Ishaq. It's Ibn Ishaq.
the life of Muhammad.
It's not the life of the... yes, okay. But you see how shameful and embarrassing this is. And that's why I say to you, as a nice man... It is true. Yes, if it's true, thank you. Can I shake your hand for that? If it's true, you say that it's shameful and embarrassing. What I'm saying to you, these are the most earliest records of Muhammad. Ibn Ishaq, right? Earliest documented information about Muhammad. The earliest writers. And they're saying these things about this man's mind. Do you see why it's such a perversion? Yes? No, we're just here. Just bring it here. We're just here.
It's not mine.
What's that? No, we're here. You just go over there and come back
It's
here.
100 minds what they say about the Prophet. How come they did not? They don't say what you say.
What did they say?
Go and read some of the greatest people in the world what they say about Muhammad.
Would you say say someone who has sex with a 9-year-old child is great?
I'm saying.
No.
Okay, but does that matter? We're reading tafsir, Quran,
That
Hadith.
also matters because that's your
Do they have
perception.
tafsir?
Did they have the
I'm
sources?
sure they've done their own research.
Do they give you the tafsir?
Must have done their own research.
Did they give you the sources?
You're running away.
I'm not running away.
Have they given you the sources?
Different people can look at one thing and interpret it differently.
So you tell me how you look at this differently. What I just read to you. How do you look at it differently?
Like the brother
We're looking at the same thing.
fabricated.
How do you look at it differently?
question
Just a minute.
It's a fabrication.
Who says
It's a fabrication. Ibn Shaksan.
You say it.
Hadiths are
Can I ask-
fabrication.
can you
Hold
ask
on.
me?
Ibn
I
Shaksan. Soon Muslims will be saying the Quran is a
I might
fabrication.
want a question.
Because everything is a fabrication because it doesn't suit your morality. And you know why it doesn't suit your morality? Because you know that you never let your child have sex with a 54-year-old man.
Fabricated.
Because you know.
It's a lie. It's a lie. It's
No, she was
fabricated.
9. He had sex with her when she was 9.
Not true.
List of mothers at the
I read it for you.
That's not answering the question.
I read it for you.
It's
She
not
was
true.
too young
It's fabricated.
to
It's a
have
lie.
menstruation.
And why are you upset?
It's not.
Why am I upset?
Okay.
I'm not upset.
Can you answer my question and not run away?
Sahih Bukhari,
Islam-
Look, he doesn't even want to
762-64, narrated Aisha that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old and when she remained with him for 9 years, i.e. till his death. So what I'm saying to you, she remained
You might
with
as well write your own
him.
Quran and your own
Listen,
Hadith.
write your Hadith, write your
own
Quran.
ones. Write your own Quran
Yes.
and you too.
Create a new religion.
Create a new religion.
Islam part 2.
Exactly.
But it doesn't work in today's day and
That's why
age. Yes.
Islam is the fastest
You
growing
got-
religion and
No.
Christianity is in decline,
No.
and you know that.
Got to run from
Google
the
it.
lies.
Google it when you get home tonight, buddy.
No.
Yeah, we read the word of Allah, Surah 65 verse 4. The word of Allah says, those who have not menstruated, their Ida is 3 months.
Yes.
They haven't menstruated, they're too young. They haven't menstruated yet.
Yes.
So it's coming.
They're babies. Sir, do you agree with this stuff?
Do you have daughters? Do you have daughters? You have a daughter, yeah?
How would
So
you, how
when,
would,
when did your daughter menstruate?
When they reach the age of
When did she, at what age did your daughter?
18,
What? How old is she? How old is your daughter?
How her body.
How old is your daughter?
18.
18. At what age did she menstruate?
Between 15, 18, 17.
Okay.
18.
So when the Quran says those who have not menstruated yet, is it talking about those under the menstruation age?
Who's talking?
When the Quran says that, Surah 65 verse 4, when it says those who have not menstruated yet, their waiting period is 3
It
months.
doesn't say yet. There's
that's what it is. I read it again. See, the problem with Muslims, they formulate and bring up words that are not
Those
there.
of your wives
Read
who
it.
do not hope to have menses,
Yeah.
should you have any doubt, their term shall be 3 months. And for those who have not yet
Yes.
this is
had menstruation,
read the Quran in Arabic.
Why can't you get
here's the
this?
Arabic, read it.
I read it.
Read it.
No, I
You
don't
read it. You read it.
You read Arabic.
I will read. I will
Go on.
read. I will read.
Don't drop my phone. Being angry and drop that phone.
No.
No, it said yet.
واللاتي يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهن 3 أشهر واللاتي لم يحض. Just he said واللاتي لم يحض. The one who not menstruated.
So who are
Yet there's not yet here.
who are they?
Okay,
The ones who have
good.
not menstruated.
That's
Can I have my
it.
phone?
Okay, yeah. Okay, the lady, the woman, when she reach period for menstruation, some of them, the time when you divorce, you have to count 3 months for divorce. There's ladies, they reach the age of old. The menstruation could be sickness, or it's not coming at all in menstruation, or could be in the age of adults.
Do you have evidence of that?
Yeah.
Where's evidence? Bring out your
Try the medicine, find out.
There's no medicine now.
There-
Why do Muslims come here without no evidence?
Okay, so
I'll
who
tell
is
you.
more important, sir?
I'll tell you.
The medicine or Tafsir Ibn Abbas?
No, this the tafsir.
Ibn Abbas.
But Ibn Abbas, he's a person like you.
It doesn't matter.
He think he
It doesn't matter.
The tafsir.
Are
is
you
not
going to put
part-
Tafsir Ibn Abbas under the bus?
No.
Are you going to put a bus under the bus? Are you?
Yeah.
Because it says here they're too young.
I ignore money to sales because this person.
Why? Because it doesn't agree with your emotional response?
No. It's not logic because we have to logic. We have to use the logic. Do you accept
Logic tells you that you stay away from children.
Yeah,
the Quran doesn't say that.
Exactly.
The logic say, as a human being, you don't accept it. A little girl, you want to listen to me, brother. You don't accept it. You don't accept it. You, a little girl, to marry. It's not logic.
Do you accept it?
No.
So do you reject Muhammad and the Quran?
No, Muhammad in the Quran, this is the Quran.
No, Muhammad and the Quran, do you reject them?
What do you mean Muhammad and the Quran? When you
Muhammad
say
had sex with a 9-year-old.
No.
She didn't reach puberty.
Yeah, I reject it.
Are you rejecting?
I reject
So you reject Sahih Bukhari,
I
you reject Sahih Muslim.
I reject
So
it.
do you reject Surah 65 verse 4?
But he doesn't say yet. I read to you. So he doesn't say.
It doesn't say yet,
Yeah,
but those who
put-
have not
you
reached
put-
menstruation,
Yeah, that's it.
who are they?
Who are they? Who is the menstruation?
The woman,
'Cause they're too young.
when she
Doesn't say
reached
woman.
the woman, we're talking about the woman, the marriage and divorce.
But where does it say?
Woman and divorce.
Where does it say that she's what we're trying to say to you?
Say.
Listen, sir. It says that they haven't yet reached because hold on, because they were too young.
There's a reason.
So hold on, they was too young.
No, that's not.
So, say for example, you give us example of your daughter. She's 15. Hold on. You said she was 15. Yes. Now, what comes under 15? What years come under 15?
13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 6, 7.
Right. So there you go. So you have people who are under 15 years old, which the Quran explicitly states are okay. To marry. Do you understand the point?
The Quran, if you look at the Quran, it's the Quran. If you read the Quran, but what you follow,
Well, you're just getting circles.
No, I'm not saying it. The Quran, he will tell you everywhere the rules. The Quran, he gives us the rule.
No, it doesn't.
You can marry. Yeah,
You
so
need the Sunnah.
Give us.
You need the Sunnah for that.
One second. I will tell you. I will tell you. The Quran, another part, he gives us a rule. The lady,
Show us.
girl,
Show us.
Surah Nisa.
Show us.
I show you.
So what does it say?
Surah 4.
It says what?
Surah 4.
So-
when the girl
sure.
she reach
Let's see.
the
I've
age
got-
of marriage,
I've got the
you can
Quran
marry.
here, Surah 4,
So
When you reach the age of marriage.
logic. What's the age of marriage?
No, you said in the Quran it says what?
When she reach the age of marriage.
What age of marriage? What's the age of marriage?
When she adult.
What's your what?
When does it say? Where does it say?
adult.
Where does it say?
Yeah, but what is that? What is the
Where
age?
does it
What is
say?
the age?
The age of adultery.
What?
Yeah, adult.
Adultery.
Don't say adultery.
I mean adult. Adult. I mean adult. Sorry.
Okay.
The age of adult.
So
understand.
what is the age? What is the age of adults?
What the age of adult is when the person.
No. That's the wrong question.
No.
What is the age of adult in the Quran?
Yes.
In Islam.
In Islam, what's the age of
Islam,
adults?
age of Quran,
Good question.
it is when the lady, she reach age of adult.
What is
Is
the
the age in
age?
Islam?
It depends in 15 years, 16
In Islam.
years.
No.
Does it
Show
say-
us. Show us where it says that.
15 years.
Okay, show us where it says that. Show us where it says that.
That's
Show us.
Show us where it says that.
Because we be showing you the Quran, tafsir and hadith.
Where it didn't say you exactly the Quran, the years.
Right.
15,
But you said Surah Nisa.
But in the logic, we have to use the logic.
Your logic says stay away from Muhammad. Let's round up. Thank you for talking, man.
Thank you for talking.
So here we go again, my brother. We're talking to our Muslim friends here at the corner, and we ask them just very basic, simple questions. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get them to think, because a lot of times they just read the Quran, they just read the Arabic or whatever, and they don't even understand what they're reading. They read they've got the Hadith and the Tafsir, and so you've got the explanations of the Quran. And so we asked them, as moral, ethical men who have children themselves, would you give your granddaughter or your child to someone to marry at the age of 6?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you have a problem with someone sleeping with your child or marry a child if she hasn't given consent? Would you have a problem if she hasn't even reached puberty and she wants to? And so we're asking these questions. We bring them one source after another, and if they don't give us one source, but yet they say we just have to think logically. So how do you respond?
I think the foundation of the problem is Surah 465. I'm going to read it, yeah? It says, "But know by your Lord, they will not believe until they make you, Muhammad, a judge in their disputes. Then do not find within their hearts any dissent to your verdict and submit in full submission." The Quran is clearly saying that they're not supposed to have any dissent within them, which means they're not allowed to critique Muhammad, even Allah himself, and submit to Muhammad in full submission. So even if we bring the accusation of Muhammad sleeping with a 9-year-old, marrying a 6-year-old, in their mind they're already thinking, no, I can't criticize him. I can't criticize him. No, I can't do this. So they've been like, what do you call it? Indoctrinated. Is that the word?
Indoctrinated, yes.
Yeah, indoctrinated in this religion, not to criticize it. So whenever we bring any accusation or any topic about Muhammad or anything else, so there's a blockage.
Right.
What we're saying is, you have a logic. You keep talking about logic, Muslims. Use your logic to critique your Quran and see for yourself that your Quran allows to divorce little children. Surah 65 verse 4. And Ibn Abbas clearly says that they're too young to menstruate. Who are they? Little children. We don't have this problem in Christianity. Jesus says, "Come to know me," so you can be set free.
Yes.
And when they talk about Mary being 12, it's not even in the Bible. The Bible clearly says Mary was a woman, not a little girl or a child. That's in Luke chapter 1 verse 42. Go and read it. She was a woman because God does not take pleasure in oppression. Because Aisha didn't give consent, remember? There's no consent.
Yeah.
So we're asking you to come to know to the truth. Jesus said, "If I set you free, you shall be free indeed. The truth shall set you free."
Hallelujah.
And the truth is Jesus. So come to know Him.